Hello, friends, and welcome back to Vedic Cosmos, your podcast for uncovering the wisdom of ancient scriptures. Today, we're exploring Bhuva Loka, a fascinating realm described in our ancient texts as the atmospheric bridge between Earth, Bhuloka, and heaven, Svahaloka. I've been poring over manuscripts, and I'm excited to guide you through its nature, characteristics, location, inhabitants, and how one might connect with it. We'll back this up with original Sanskrit verses. So let's dive in with curiosity and wonder. Let's start with the nature of Bhuva Loka. In Vedic cosmology, it's part of the Trilokya, the three worlds of Bhur, earth, Bhuva, Bhuva Loka, and Sva, heaven. It's a material yet elevated realm, subject to cosmic cycles of creation and dissolution. Souls linger here temporarily, enjoying or atoning for their karma before rebirth. It's a transitional space, a karmic bridge where spiritual progression unfolds. The Vishnu Purana 2.7.1 captures this beautifully. Bhurloka, Prithvi cha patalam cha, तथा सूर्य पर्यंतम भुवर्लोका antariksha. This translates to the region from earth to the sun, the atmospheric sphere, is Bhuvarloka. It's a place of karmic consequences, attainable through righteous actions. Next, let's look at its characteristics. Bhuvarloka is ethereal, not solid like our earth. It's filled with prana, the vital life force, swirling through winds, clouds, and celestial energies. It's governed by deities like Vayu, the wind god, and serves as a middle ground for souls and subtle beings. The Bhagavata Purana 5.20.43 describes it. Prithivya Suryasya cha madhyam bhuvarlokah. The middle space between earth and sun is Bhuvarloka, her realm pulsing with atmosphere and life force. And from Bhagavata Purana 5.24.5, Prithivya Upari Bhuvarloka Pretay Sukshma Dehescha Nivasita. Above the earthly planets, Bhuvarloka is inhabited by ghosts and subtle beings, highlighting its astral material essence. The Vishnu Purana, Wilson translation, adds, the region that extends from the earth to the sun, in which the Siddhas and other celestial beings move, is the atmospheric sphere, which also I have described. Now, where exactly is Bhuvarloka's location? It's the Antariksha, the atmospheric sphere stretching from the earth's surface to the sun. In Vedic terms, it's the mid-region, often linked to the moon, Chandraloka, or the solar orbit, a space of ether and subtle energies. The Rigveda 3.62.10, the Gayatri mantra, invokes it. Aum bhur bhuva swa tat saviturvarenyam bhargo devsya dhimahi dhiyo yonah prachodayat. These mantras name Bhuva as the atmospheric realm between Bhur, earth, and Sva, heaven, a plane of prana where meditation connects us to the divine. To deepen this, let's add Rigveda 1.35.6. Savita Yantrati Trishvapaka Suryo Yati Swaranti Nadya. Savitri moves through the three realms, Bhur, Bhuva, Sva, unapproachable. The sun travels and rivers resound. This positions Bhuvar as the sun's domain, an atmospheric bridge. Who lives in Bhuvarloka? Its inhabitants are a captivating array of semi-divine and subtle beings. Siddhas, perfected souls, Gandharvas, celestial musicians, Apsaras, divine nymphs, Yakshas, nature spirits, Nagas, serpent beings, Yatudhanas, Rakshasas, Pretas, ghosts, and Peters, ancestors. They exist in astral forms, serving deities or enjoying karmic fruits. The Rigveda 10.85.40 to 41 highlights Gandharvas. Somha Prathamo Vividhe Gandharvo Vivid Uttara तृतीयोऽग्निः ते पतिः तुरीयः ते मनुष्यजा 10.85.40 सोमो ददत्त गंधर्वाय गंधर्वो ददत्त अग्नये रयिं च पुत्रांश आदाद अग्निर्मह्यं थो इमाम 10 अष्ट पंच 1 First Soma took the bride, next the Gandharva, third was Agni, the fourth was born of men. Soma gave her to the Gandharva. The Gandharva gave her to Agni. Agni gave wealth and sons to me. Gandharvas act as intermediaries in this mid-space, tied to the moon's ethereal glow. This places Gandharvas in the sky, linked to cosmic essence. From Atharva Veda 4.37.4 Ya Akashe Siddha Rarsheh Suparna Antariksha Charatah Tenah Sharma Yachantu. The Siddhas, rishis of perfection, move like birds in the sky and roam the mid-space. May they grant us shelter. Siddhas as sky dwellers. From Shatapatha Brahmana 11.5.1.6 Apsarsa Metani Namani Urvashi Menka Sahaja Eta Vai Apsarasa Antariksha Nivsanti. These are the names of the Apsaras, Urvasi, Menaka, Sahaja. These Apsaras dwell in the intermediate space, Antariksha. From Mahabharata, Vana Parva 230.7 Gandharva Yaksha Pravra Siddhacharan Pannaga Bhavanti Madhye Gaganam Nityam Bhumandalasya Cha. The foremost Gandharvas, Yakshas, Siddhas, Charanas and serpents, Nagas, dwell in the mid-region between earth and heaven. From Srimad Bhagavata 5.21.18 Rashyo Gandharva Apsarso Naga Gramanyo Yatudhana Deva Iti Ekaikasho Gana Sapta Chaturdash Masi Masi Bhagvantam Suryam Nana Namna Upasate. Sages, Gandharvas, Apsaras, Nagas, Yakshas, Yatudhanas and Devas worship the sun each month by various names. A vivid list of mid-region inhabitants orbiting the sun. From Vishnu Purana 2.7.27 Bhurantriksham Kham Chaitat Siddhacharan Gandharv Yaksh Vidyadharadhayah Antarikshe Vicharanti Hoof. This space, Antariksha, between earth and heaven, is where Siddhas, Charanas, Gandharvas, Yakshas, and Vidyadharas roam. From Garuda Purana, Preta Khanda 5.10-11, Pretash Antarikshastha, Yamadu Tairenugrahat, Margam, Yanti Pitrilokam Dharmraj Niveshnam. The Pretas, spirits of the departed, dwelling in the intermediate space, are led by Yama's messengers to the realm of the Pitters and Dharmaraja's abode. From Bhagavad Gita 9.25 Yanti Devrata Devan Pitran Yanti Pitrivrata Bhutani Yanti Bhutegya Yanti Madhyajnopi Mam. Those who worship the gods go to the gods. Those who worship the Pitters go to the Pitters. Those devoted to Bhutas, spirits like Gandharvas, Yakshas, Pretas, go to those beings, and my devotees come to me. This underscores Bhuvar Loka as a karmic realm for various beings. Finally, how can we invoke or reach Bhuvar Loka? My research shows it's not a physical journey, but a spiritual ascent. Either after death through karma or in life via practices like meditation, rituals, and devotion. Key methods include upasana, meditation on Om or Gayatri, yajna, sacrifices, tapas, austerities, dana, charity, shraddha, faith, and bhakti, devotion. The Prasna Upanishad 5.3 guides us. यो ह वै ज्येष्ठं च श्रेष्ठं च वेद ज्येष्ठस्य ह वै श्रेष्ठस्य भवति प्राणो वै ज्येष्ठस्य श्रेष्ठस्य. In context, एकमात्रम अकार मनुष्यलोकम Bhulokam, Dvimatram a Ukar AntrikshlokamBhuvarlokam. Divi Matra Omkara Upasana, meditating on A and U, leads to Bhuvarloka. From Prasna Upanishad 5.4. Sayadye ka matram vidyayit sa tenev sannadati turnamav jagatyam visampadyati tamenam richaha purusham haranti brahmalokam. Sustained meditation on Divi Matra Om brings temporary enjoyment in Bhuvar Loka. From Chandogya Upanishad 5.10.1. अथ ये यज्ञेन दानेन तपसा लोकांजंती ते धूमेवोपयन्ति धूमाद् रात्रिम रात्रेर पर पक्षाद यान षण्मासान् दक्षिणावति सूर्यस्तान् मासान् पितृलोकम पितृलोकात् चंद्रमेव ते राजानम. The Pitrena path through yajna, dana and tapas leads to Chandraloka in Bhuvar. From Brihadaranyaka, Upanishad 6.2.15. अथय इह सत्यम विदु ते अर्कमेवोपयन्ति अर्कादहमर्काद पक्षमपक्षाद यान षण्मासानुत्तरायति सूर्यस्तान मासान देवलोकम देवलोकादादित्यमादित्याद वैधुतम. Knowledge and austerity lead via Devayana, but sacrifices reach Bhuvar's moon. From Shatapatha Brahmana 11.5.4.122. Prose. Ya Agnihotram Juhotisa Samvatsaram Prajneti. Samvatsaro va ete lokah. Ete hi lokah samvatsarena parigrahita. Agnihotra Yajna elevates to Bhuvar. For further clarity, let's add Taittiriya Upanishad 1.6.1. Bhurati Vai Prithvi Bhufrityantriksham Swarati Dyoh. Bhur is the earth, Bhuva is the atmosphere, Swa is heaven. This reinforces meditation as a path to connect with Bhuvarloka. That's our journey through Bhuvarloka, my friends. From my studio to your ears, I hope these verses and insights spark your curiosity. Physical travel to Bhuvarloka is beyond us mortals. But through meditation, rituals, and devotion, we can touch its essence. For deeper exploration, check out texts like the Rig Veda or Bhagavata Purana. Until next time, keep seeking the eternal.